Hello everybody,
sorry.
Are you ready now? Hello everybody, I am Jen, and this is Chris. He has a protective gear on, and if you're wondering, there is a story behind it. Did I scare you?
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to tell the story, or shall I?
Okay, so if you've watched if you've watched our couple of previous videos, we are currently on a trip with Jennifer's parents, like we did last year to Las Vegas. We also made some other stops along the way, and this is probably either the last or the second to the last video of our trip. And as you might notice, we're not in our suite at the Venetian anymore. We are actually in a La Quinta at our normal stop in Cedar City, Utah. Fruita. Cedar City would have been going to be. Anyway, so Fruita, Colorado. And yes, Jenny is right. I have a silly face shield, and there is a story behind it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the story behind this face shield is one of the shows that we decided to see with Jenny's parents was
Blue Man Group.
Blue Man Group. And maybe, I don't even know if we should I don't think we should do a review of Blue Man Group, but simply to say, how would you describe Blue Man Group as, it's an experience, right?
Yeah.
It's an experience. It's an audio, visual, technical experience. And
yeah.
It's part music, it's part humor. It's a little bit of everything. And Jenny and I have been to several shows in Vegas, and this time I got picked out of the audience as a volunteer. And this happens at a lot of Vegas shows. They pick some person.
You were forcibly picked.
I was forcibly picked. So during the show, at one point, they had just done a bit with cereal. If you know what Blue Man is, you'll understand that. And one of the guys got out a hose, like he was going to hose off the stage, and somehow a water balloon got hooked up to the hose, and they started to fill up this water balloon. It was a big water balloon. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one of the guys gets a target and starts heading into the audience. And he gets up to me, looks in my face, and these guys don't talk. These guys do not talk. And he looks at me, and he grabs my hand, and he picks me up and hands me the target and puts this thing on my face. And then he literally, he's not, like I said, he doesn't talk to me. He like grabs my hand and is like, hold this target really tight. And I'm like sitting here with this thing on my face.
Had a look of sheer terror.
I had a look of sheer terror. And hopefully you'll see that picture of sheer terror about right now. I'm hoping. If not, it is kind of the cover photo for this video. But anyway, so he literally grabs my hands like, you need to hold on to this tight, but without saying it. The impression was, you need to hold on to this tight. And behind him, through this very, you can see through it, but it makes things a little bit hazy. I see the other two blue men putting together a slingshot and putting this giant water balloon in it. And I'm sitting here holding the target. And I am, as Jenny said,
terrified. And everybody else is laughing.
The
picture that you got, there was some guy behind you going,
yes, okay, so, and again, hopefully you've seen that picture. Maybe I'll put it up again, I don't know. But anyway, so I'm sitting here, and through this visor, watching the other two blue men get the water balloon together, and the other one that handed me the target and these glasses is now helping stretch out the slingshot and everything. And I literally think I am going to get plastered with a giant.
And I was right next to you.
And you were right, and yes, so I would have gotten hit by this giant water balloon.
I had no protective gear on.
But everybody around me for several rows would have gotten water all over it. This was a big water balloon. And they're stretching it out and getting it all ready, and then all of a sudden everything stops. And they do this thing to where if you're late for a Blue Man Group show, they like play this song and they pick up a spotlight and point it on other people. It's like, you're late, you're really, really late. You should have been here 20 minutes ago, to kind of embarrass those people coming in late. So if you're very self-conscious and you're going to a Blue Man Group show, do not show up late, because they will embarrass you in front of everybody and they don't care. So anyway, I'm sitting here holding this target. They instantly shift attention to the people that are coming in late, shining the spotlight on them. And these people walk literally by and go sit down, and then all of a sudden the lights go out or start to dim, and I'm sitting here holding this target going, what do I do? They didn't tell me what to do, so I'm sitting here holding this target, and I'm literally looking around going, what do I do? What do I do? And eventually I just had these silly things on and sat down with the target, and then one of the theater staff came by and said, I'll take this, and you can put these under your seat. So I really don't know if I was supposed to keep these things. But I did. I get a bill in the mail. How would they know who I am? Maybe that's the standard seat anyway. So, like I said, we're not going to do a review of Blue Man Group. I mean, it's a very unique experience. It's audio, it's technical, it's musical, it's all of those things, and it's just like a sensory thing more than anything else. And it's also got quite a bit of comedy. So. What else, Jennifer? What else do we have to talk about? What was your impression of what was going on with me?
I was terrified for you. I was like, oh gosh, it's going to explode in his face. The goggles are going to like break in his... I literally was like thinking we're going to be injured. And I was like, oh gosh, and I was just sitting there helpless watching you.
And so she's freaking out, I'm freaking out, and nothing happens. So I guess that's the genius
And then I'm like, the whole time I'm like, are they going to get back to him?
Is he just going to stand up the whole... Again? Yeah, what's going to happen here? And literally, nothing happened. So
and they never went back to that. They just put everything away.
Yeah, exactly. So my question is, if there are no late people to that show, do they go through with it and shoot the volunteer with a water balloon with a giant slingshot? I don't know. I'll never probably know. And they probably have never done it, because there's probably late people every show. So great show, though, right?
Yeah.
If you're in Vegas, it's the Luxor Blue Man Group. Great show. That's all we can...
My parents liked it better than Ka.
Yes, so we saw two shows. We saw Ka, which is a Cirque du Soleil, and Blue Man Group, and they actually like Blue Man Group better than Cirque du Soleil. And hopefully tomorrow we will get them to review Ka in the car as we drive home, because we're only about 4 hours home. But that's all for now until we pick up with another video tomorrow. But Jenny was supposed to say, after you like this video,
watch, like, view, and subscribe.
Hit the notification bell that's down there. Give us a thumbs up. Help us out. Help us build our YouTube channel, and we'd really appreciate that. But until tomorrow, this is Chris.
And I'm Jen.
And we are going places with K&J, and we will see you tomorrow morning.